Obama in panic mode after a criminal list of his DOJ and FBI minions is released that shows what they all did. Obama is freaking the hell out, by Prissy Holly for VeteranAF.com. For Obama and Hillary, their time for their lawless antics will soon be over. It was an extremely stressful week for the crooked duo, where an 11-count indictment was handed down against one of Hillary's minions connected to her Uranium One scandal. Then on Wednesday, we learned that a federal judge will be releasing 1.2 million documents chronicling their crimes in what Judicial Watch is dubbing a tsunami of information. If that wasn't enough to send Obama and Hillary into cardiac arrest, the House Intel Committee has just released the memo detailing the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, by senior Justice Department and Federal Bureau of Investigations officials, where several committee members are dubbing the contents of this memo to be bigger than Watergate. Now these swamp rats are likely crapping their pants yet again after an all-inclusive list of their deep state criminals has just been released to the public for all Americans to see. As compiled by the Gateway Pundit, here's a list of the corrupt criminals and treasonous operatives within the DOJ and FBI who need to be brought to justice. We know one, Eric Holder. Holder was Attorney General during Obama's first term, and therefore he was Attorney General not only during the Fast and Furious scandal, but the many other corrupt activities that occurred during Obama's first term. He signed off on the Uranium One deal, where the Obama administration approved the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium to Russia, while at the same time, no doubt, was involved in the cover-up of FBI Director Robert Mueller's investigation into Russia, where the FBI knew, as of November 2009, of criminal activities by Tenex, the U.S. affiliate of Russia's nuclear energy agency, Rosatom. 2. Loretta Lynch, Obama's second corrupt attorney general, saw the FBI and DOJ that set Hillary Clinton free during the email scandal after obvious criminal actions a week after Lynch met Bill Clinton on the Arizona tarmac in a botched clandestine meeting before the election. After the Trump win, Lynch released the following bizarre video and called to arms for the deep state. Here's where she's calling to arms. 3. Robert Mueller, dirty cop and former FBI head. Robert Mueller is the epitome of the deep state. As head of the FBI, he failed to prosecute anyone for Emailgate, Fast and Furious, Clinton Foundation, etc. He never recused himself as the special counsel in the Trump-Russia farce. In spite of numerous conflicts of interest, his entire team is a group of deep state, liberal, corrupt attorneys and investigators. His investigation is a crime, as exemplified by the recent report that the Mueller team unlawfully obtained transition emails from the Trump team that were protected under attorney-client privilege. He should be put away for that at least. Mueller is also famous for hand-delivering uranium to Russia on an airport tarmac per Hillary Clinton instructions. So beautifully said. James Comey, Mueller's partner in crime and protege, led the FBI after Mueller's departure. He won a Deep State Award for the best corrupt actor when he led the Clinton email investigation, treated it as a special case, and then let Hillary off with no charges. His presentation for why she should be let go was a masterpiece and showed he may also be a bit of a lunatic. He let Hillary go twice during the election in spite of obvious crimes to every American. Sally Yates, the acting attorney general when President Trump took over, who defied the president's immigration order and was fired for doing so. Put her away too. Rod Rosenstein. At Rosenstein's recent testimony in front of the House, he showed how truly creepy he is. He answered nothing and constantly sniffed his nose like a cocaine addict. He was involved in the Russia cover-up at the time of the sale of Uranium One, and he and Mueller had been accused of abusing secrecy powers in hiding information about the Trump investigation from Congress for months. At 7, Andrew Weissman. Weissman is one of the Trump haters on Mueller's team who praised Yates for defying President Trump's travel ban before being removed by Trump. You know, the swamp is going to drain, and it's going to drain all at once. Thank God. The MSM praised her as well. Mueller's selection of Weissman says it all. There you have it. Weissman is famous for pushing charges against Arthur Andersen and Merrill Lynch in the 2000s that were eventually overturned by the Supreme Court 9-0, and an appellate court a year later, thousands lost their jobs because of Weissman's errors. He has served as general counsel at the FBI as an assistant U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of New York. Weissman donated $2,300 to Obama. This is chump change, and he donated to Clinton. That's chump change. You know what they were doing. Money. This is what you see. You know what's going on. Andrew McCabe, number 8. Wow. FBI head. After Comey was fired by President Trump, McCabe is in the middle of the scheme to overthrow the government. His wife ran for office in 2016, and her campaign received hundreds of thousands in Hillary-related campaign donations. At the same time, McCabe was involved in the Hillary email cover-up. In spite of this, McCabe didn't recuse himself from the Hillary investigation until a week before the 2016 election. His name was on an email involved in drafting Comey's exoneration of Clinton. The distribution list is all deep state. Peter Strzok. Nobody knew this crooked name until a few weeks ago. The lead inspector on the Clinton email scandal and Trump-Russia farce. This guy had a good God complex and thought it was his mission to stop Trump and help Hillary. He's a crook in every sense of the word and should be in jail and tried for treason. Actually, they all should. Lisa Page, Strzok's mistress at the DOJ, another Trump hater in the deep state. She is on the Mueller investigative team and on detail from the FBI's Office of the General Counsel and former trial attorney with the Criminal Division's Organized Crime and Gang Section. Investigated Ukrainian oligarch Dmitry Firtash and a one-time business partner of former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort at the DOJ. Put her away too. Then we have Bruce and Nellie Orr. He worked at the DOJ as she worked at Fusion, the company that slanders people for a living. Her specialty was with Russia and Trump. This was all kept secret until recently. James Baker, the FBI General Counsel, who is being reassigned by the new FBI Director Christopher Wray following a leak investigation. Peter Kadzik was a DOJ assistant. He was outed as a mole for the Hillary Clinton campaign in an email released by WikiLeaks. Jeff Sessions, the biggest disappointment of the year. At first, the thought was that Sessions was compromised, but now he appears to be a card-carrying member of Deep State. He did everything he could to create the Mueller investigation and has done nothing to address the many Obama and Hillary crimes. He must go if it's not Trump telling him to keep quiet on the sidelines. If it's not Trump telling him to keep quiet, then put him away also. 16, Christopher Wray, the current FBI director. Wray shows he is part of the problem by allowing individuals like Baker and Strzok to move departments and McCabe to retire without being held accountable. Aaron Roos, he's the head of the FBI investigation into the Las Vegas shooting. And murder of, the entire Mueller investigation. In addition to those listed above below are others on the Mueller team. It goes Rush Atkinson, Peter Carr, Andrew Goldstein, Adam Jett, Elizabeth Prelogar, James Quarles, Janine Rhee, Brandon Van Grack, Aaron Zebley, Aaron Zelinsky, Zinab Ahmad, a top national security prosecutor on detail from U.S. Attorney's Office in the Eastern District of New York, believe it or not, right? Michael Dreeben, an appellate attorney. While Trump does everything in his power to drain the swamp, the task has been increasingly difficult as Obama and Hillary's minions are riddled throughout the White House, constantly doing the bidding of the previous administration and actively blocking federal investigations. But one federal judge is done playing around. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton warns that this massive document dump will expose even more corruption. Is there more? Can you imagine more? Huh? More corruption from the deep state, warning that this tsunami of information will be something Hillary and Obama won't be able to defend themselves against. Like, in other words, like, it's just a tsunami. They're just gonna give up at that point. They won't even be able to fight it because it's going to be such a big tsunami of info. Yeah, I believe that. And this is actually a tsunami to me. Can you imagine what else? And then let's not forget this Loretta Lynch witch. Let's put her away while we're at it. You know, while they're at it, let her go. I can't stand her arrogant attitude either. She just acts like she's so good and she's so honorable. No, they're all and Christopher Wray, I don't know too much about, but I guess like he can't even move because they told him, you move, you're out. And you know what I mean. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.